Kev G weather overview. We're looking at back-to-back below normal months in terms of overall monthly temperature. We had it in April, remember, not too long ago, and now it looks like we're going to have that for May. So I hope you enjoyed the weather from this past weekend because it's going to be a while before we hit the 70-degree marker over the next 7 to 10 days, and possibly even longer. So this is the temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center from May 8th through 12th. They're very bullish on below normal temperatures, and it's funny when you look back at April. Central Park did not hit 70 degrees, and that was the first time in an April month that Central Park missed the marker of 70 degrees since 1940. So we have really been punished, especially since April 15th, and I think that persistence is going to pay off in terms of the forecast and trying to figure out where we're going. You've got to think that we are going to be on the below normal side of the ledger as far as the overall temperature pattern is concerned. And when you look at tropical tidbits, you don't really have to really be able to read these charts very well to realize where we are now, which is this picture right here, where the jet stream is fairly, the meteorologists call it the zonal flow from west to east. You got warm temperatures, pretty mild for the much of the United States, but what a dramatic shift as we go into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The jet stream just buckles into the eastern part of the United States, and the cold air is entrenched. And by cold, I mean relative to the season. I mean, we should be 65 to 70. We're looking at temperatures throughout the short range, the medium, and long range that are going to be in the 40s and 50s. And I wouldn't be surprised if we hit the 32-degree mark, and even New York City one of these nights, because the overall jet stream is just locking in the cold air. And, now we're all the way out in the long range until about May 13th. This is way past Mother's Day. This is 10 days from now. And the jet stream is still very active. So a long way to go before we break out into some, even a semblance of normal temperatures for the foreseeable future. If we had any good news in terms of the overall pattern, is that the rain is going to be not really a big force this week. In fact, when you look at Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, there's a storm offshore, and by Thursday it's plodding along. It only gets so far. Our weather may become unsettled for Thursday into Friday, but this is not a washout by any stretch of the imagination. The bigger story is the cooler temps. Now, I'm a little worried about this storm for Saturday night into Sunday because the model, it has it east of Atlantic City, but these things can oscillate back and forth. So I would pay attention to Saturday night into Sunday just to make sure that that storm is just a glancing blow. But, for Sunday, Mother's Day, we're going to do no better than 50 with a pretty gusty wind and maybe some leftover clouds on the coast as that storm pulls away, and then maybe more rain as we get to about Monday night into Tuesday. And the model even wants to make it snow in the western part of New York State, well away from the coast. But it just goes to show you how busy the overall pattern is and how amplified the jet stream is. And that makes all the difference when we're looking at the weather pattern in spring, because this is why we suffered through a below normal April. And basically since April 15th, we've had below normal temperatures with the odd day here and there where we get to where we should be this time of year. So a long stretch of weather where we're going to be below normal in terms of temperatures. Prepare for much chillier than average temperatures as far as May is concerned. And, hopefully by the time we get to mid-month, there are signs that the overall pattern will change around. But for the foreseeable future, it looks like we're going to have below normal temperatures across much of the lower 48 states. And we'll just have to see where it goes after the 15th of May.